On this video, we're going to transfer from doing inter-plant operations to intra-plant operations, where we start with a move of the slag cars to the slag dump. Slag is tapped intermittently from the blast furnace into slag cars, which is then picked up by the engine and taken through the yard with the yardmaster's clearance to the slag dump, which is at the very end of the yard lead track. A spacer car is used to protect the engine from the heat from the hot slag. There we reach the end of that track, at which point the slag cars are dumped. And now you see they've been dumped, they're empty, and the return trip is made. We're passing the electric furnace shop and coming back into the yard. We've dropped off the cars and they're already in the slag dump side. Now we're moving hot metal. This is a hot metal move from the blast furnace. Cling ladles full of liquid pig iron going out to the electric furnace shop. At the electric furnace, the local switcher, the furnace switcher, is pulling the empty ladles in the ladle dump track in the electric furnace shop and moving them out. And this is a move that might have been made in advance. And it's pushed, they are shoved empty over into the West River City yard. The switcher clears the way for the inbound train, and the inbound train then enters West River City yard, and the locomotive there will hook up with the empties on one side, pulling the loaded cars on the other, still on the other side, and the electric furnace switcher will then move up and pick up the loaded cars, pull them back, and place them in the electric furnace shop at the hot metal dump. That's where the liquid hot metal is poured into transfer ladles that are lifted up by the crane in the electric furnace shop, taken over the top of the electric furnaces where the furnace is being added to. Furnace roof is swung aside, and the transfer ladle is used to pour the electric pig iron into the furnace. The duties of the in-plant switcher are over now, and the intra-plant switcher brings the train back, pulling the empty hot metal cars back to the furnace. He will leave the empties there, come back to pick up the guide car. He runs around the hot metal cars with the guide car and shoves the hot metal cars under the cast house floor to line up with the runners. He makes a final adjustment for the location of the hot metal cars, guided by the assistant on the stairs. And finally, they will put the guide car and its resident guide into a sidetrack. These two moves are both scheduled moves, as the blast furnace operates on a relatively consistent schedule.